Hey, this is Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter, and today we're going to tie a Czech style peking caddis. It's a case caddis pattern with the little caddis larva peeking out from the case. We've got a C400 BL jig hook with a tungsten slotted bead on it. This is a size 8, and we're going to create the little peking caddis with this pearl core braid from Hairline Dubbin. First thing I've got to do is singe the end of this. And I just want to get it going so that we get a little ball at the end. That's going to be our little caddis head. So I singed that now. I got that little ball there. That's our caddis. It's going to be peeking out from the case. Once that's done, we'll start our thread here. Make a base layer of thread. Take that all the way up the shank until you get to the very end of the hook shank. And we'll tie in our caddis. Just let them overhang the back of the hook. Maybe a little bit shorter than that. So I'm letting them hang over the back of the hook a little over 1/8 of an inch. And I'll tie that down. Trim off the extra. Now we'll add some legs. I'm putting on the soft tackle. I've got a whiting Brahma hen. I'll fold the tip of the feather back. Trim it down so I've got a little triangle there. We'll make a couple turns of soft tackle there to imitate the legs of the caddis larva. Once we did that, we'll tie that off. My thread back there. We'll trim out the extra. Okay. And then we got to make the case for the caddis. A lot of different ways of doing this. I'm going to take a brown saddle hackle feather, strip off some of the fibers, so I've got the feather here, stripped end here, tie that down. Then I'll take some natural hare's ear dubbing. Dub that along the hook shank. You can use a fair amount of dubbing here just to build up that case. Slide the dubbing up. Tighten up my dubbing a little bit more. Wrap that back to the bead. And we'll take our saddle feather and wind that through until we get back to the bead. Tie off the feather. Trim off tip there, and now we can whip finish. Just a 3-turn, 4-turn, however many turn whip finish. One more of those for good measure. Trim off our thread. And now to finish that case, what we can do is take a dubbing teaser, just tease out that hare's ear dubbing a little bit. And then we'll take our scissors, go around the hook, just trim that down, clear things out of the way a little bit so we can see our case. Get any fibers you might have missed. There we go. So now we've got our little caddis case here. We've got our little caddis larva peeking out the end of the case with some legs. The last thing we can do, I could have done this before I tied the material in, might have made it a little easier. Take a black Sharpie and color that little melted dot black, just to give it a better representation of a little black caddis head on the end of a little bright green body that's sticking out. So there is a little peking caddis tied in a Czech style on the little jig hook. Bounces along the bottom. Great fly to have on the bottom of your rig in a Euro rig or even an indicator rig. Fish a smaller fly just above it. If you're fishing an area that has case caddis, this is a great fly to fish. It's amazing how much fish can key on case caddis, and you can catch some surprisingly large fish on case caddis patterns. I'm Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter. We just finished tying a peking style case caddis pattern. You can check this video out at flyfishsd.com. You can buy the materials to tie this fly also at flyfishsd.com. Thanks for watching.